Before we can appreciate its role in the kitchen, we must first understand what quicklime is. At its core, quicklime is a chemical substance known as calcium oxide. It's not something you'll find readily in nature in its pure form. Instead, humans have to create it through a process that's been known for thousands of years. This process involves heating limestone, primarily calcium carbonate, to very high temperatures, typically above 900 degrees Celsius, about 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit. This intense heat drives off carbon dioxide, leaving behind a white powder. That white, caustic, highly alkaline solid is quicklime. It is caustic and strongly alkaline. Handle with care. Quicklime has a remarkable energetic personality. Its most defining trait is how it reacts with water. When you add water, a process called slaking occurs. It's an exothermic reaction, releasing enough heat to steam or even boil water. The quicklime hisses, steams, puffs up, and expands as it transforms. It becomes slaked lime, calcium hydroxide, CaO2, the form most useful in food preparation. Slaked lime, with its high pH, was the key to chemical cooking. Its alkalinity alters the chemistry and structure of foods, unlocking new possibilities. Early civilizations noticed these transformations and experimented with quicklime in kitchens. The use of quicklime in food preparation is a story of independent discovery in different corners of the globe. In ancient China, cooks developed a remarkable preservation technique using a strong alkaline solution. They created what we know today as century eggs, a slow chemical transformation rather than literal centuries of burial. Fresh duck, chicken, or quail eggs were coated in a paste of strong tea, salt, wood ash, and slaked lime. The alkaline paste slowly seeped through the porous shell and altered the internal proteins, without heat. Over weeks or months, the whites became translucent jelly, the yolks darkened and creamy, a preserved delicacy. Across the Pacific, in ancient Mesoamerica, another culture harnessed lime for an entirely different purpose. The Aztecs and Mayans relied on maize as their staple. But raw corn had a hidden nutritional problem. Vital niacin was chemically bound and unavailable, risking pellagra for populations eating untreated corn. They discovered that simmering dried kernels in water with slaked lime, cal, changed everything. The alkaline bath softened the hulls and allowed the kernels to be ground into mesa. Crucially, the chemical reaction freed niacin by breaking down hemicellulose, making the vitamin bioavailable. This turned corn into a nutritious, stable staple, supporting thriving markets and civilizations for millennia. Nixtamalization was a cornerstone of survival and culture in Mesoamerica. It also increased calcium uptake and reduced harmful fungal toxins, a triple benefit: nutrition, safety, flavor. Two distant culinary revolutions, one preserved, one fortified, born from the same alkaline chemistry. From preserved eggs in China to masa in Mexico, slaked lime reshaped what people could eat. Its impact is cultural, nutritional, and historic. The impact of cooking with quicklime went far beyond flavor or texture. It was nutritional alchemy. Nixtamalized corn produces mesa that behaves very differently from plain cornmeal. Cooks were, in effect, early chemists, using alkali to alter molecules for better nutrition and preservation. Niacin, vitamin B3 unlocked by lime, is essential for skin, digestion, and the nervous system. Without it, populations relying on untreated corn could suffer pellagra, dermatitis, diarrhea, dementia, and death. Soaking corn in lime water was a public health measure of monumental importance. The process also increases available calcium as some CaO2 is absorbed into kernels. That calcium mattered where dairy was scarce, an important nutritional bonus. Nixtamalization also reduced fungal toxins, making stored corn safer to eat. In China, the alkaline coating raised the egg's pH, creating an inhospitable environment for spoilage microbes. This allowed eggs to be stored longer, a reliable protein source during lean times or travel. The result is a distinctive, complex flavor and texture, chemical cooking made palatable and prized. Alkaline treatment breaks proteins and starches into smaller compounds that taste richer and more savory. Masa develops a slightly tangy, earthy flavor. Century eggs gain deep umami notes. These new flavors became central to the cuisines that adopted them. One simple chemical procedure delivered threefold benefits: nutrition, safety, and flavor. Across continents, cooks turned chemistry into culinary culture. What began as observation became practical science in the kitchen. While the idea of a cement-related substance in cooking sounds odd, quicklime's legacy lives on. Nixtamalization continues today. From home kitchens to stainless steel industrial vats, every traditional tortilla, tamale, or many corn snacks is the product of that ancient process. Food-grade calcium hydroxide derived from quicklime is an approved food additive in many places. It acts as a firming agent in canning and as a pH regulator in various products. You can find it in some pickles, beverages, and in cocoa dutching to develop color and flavor. Century eggs remain popular in Asia. Traditional methods persist among artisans. Modern production uses controlled liquid solutions for predictable, safe results. The same chemical transformation is achieved with industrial consistency. Alkaline cooking extends beyond lime. Pretzels use a lye bath for crust and color. Ramen's springy texture and color also come from alkaline water. These techniques belong to the same family of chemical cooking, high pH altering structure and flavor. You may not add quicklime at home, but its derivatives are behind many foods on supermarket shelves. In industrial contexts, alkaline additives are applied under strict quality control. This preserves texture, stabilizes acidity, and ensures food safety at scale. Between artisan craft and industrial methods, ancient chemistry meets modern food science. Careful measurement replaces guesswork, but the underlying principles remain unchanged. The flavors and textures we enjoy today still trace back to quicklime's chemistry. Reflecting on food history, quicklime holds an often overlooked place as an unsung culinary hero. Its discovery and use represent a major leap in human ingenuity. This was practical chemistry performed in ancient kitchens long before formal science. Turning rock into reactive powder was a deep empirical understanding of the natural world. It moved cooking beyond heating to manipulating the chemical nature of ingredients. Not just recipes, but processes that changed diets and survival outcomes. For Mesoamerican peoples, nixtamalization unlocked the full potential of maize. It prevented pellagra and supported dense populations and complex societies. In China, alkaline preservation turned perishable eggs into a stable delicacy. Today's foods, from tortillas to ramen to pretzels, carry echoes of ancient alkaline techniques. Science and culture are intertwined. The kitchen was an early lab of experimentation. A simple chemical reaction shaped diets, health, and traditions for millennia. Quicklime was far more than a building material. It was a revolutionary culinary tool. By harnessing reactive power, cooks denatured proteins, released nutrients, and preserved food. They created new textures and flavors that became beloved culinary pillars. From preventing pellagra to preserving precious protein, quicklime altered what was possible in the kitchen. Its story reminds us that important food innovations were often new processes, not just new recipes. Born from curiosity and experimentation, quicklime's legacy is safer, more nutritious, and more delicious food for us all.